cults and occults. So what is a cult and what is occult? So a cult is a group that claims to have a special or secret knowledge, and it is controlled by a charismatic leader who is never questioned. So he or she demands absolute loyalty. So he separates members of his group from the family, from the church, and also from the society. So he or she uses fear, guilt, or manipulation. So take note that all cults do not appear evil. There are those who hide under the religion, others under academic, others under social or motivational or charity-based. So that is a cult. And what is occult? So occult is involved in, it's a group that is involved in secret rituals, spiritual powers outside God, that is ungodly spiritual powers. And they use symbols, they use charms, spells, blood rituals. They also seek power, wealth, fame, protection, success through hidden forces. So some operate openly and others operate or others are very, very secretive. So that is occult. So those are the definitions of cult and occult. So let us now ask ourselves why young people are targeted by the cults and the occultic groups. So some of the reasons include the following. The youth are full of strength, they are curious, they are ambitious, and hopeful members of the society. And they are usually searching for identity. So there is a question that they ask, who am I? So sometimes they are not able to describe the kind of people that they are. And for that case, in that way of trying to identify who they are, so then they find themselves in those groups. So then peer pressure, they may join through their friends because they want to fit in that group. So curiosity, so we know that young people are very inquisitive. They are always eager to discover new things. So they are curious, and so they are attracted to mysterious and secret societies. So desire for success, they are those who would like to have quick money, fame, or power. Then they also family influence. So there are some parents who belong to cults or occults, and so they influence their sons and daughters or their young ones to join. So others also include other members of the family. So another reason why the youth are join these groups is because of fear of failure. So when they are promised many big things, when they are promised protection, power, fame, and all those, so then they join. So there is fear of failure in life, and especially those who are still in school, there is fear of failure in academic. So others join because of poverty, and others join because of employment. We have so many young people with degrees, Form 4 leavers, grade 9 leavers, among others. So then let us look at social media exposure. So encrypted groups like WhatsApp, Telegram, and TikTok, among others. So some recruiters are usually their fellow students or fellow workmates or relatives. Others are friends. Others are romantic partners. Others are classmates. Others are respected people in the society. So these are some of the people that influence others to join these groups. So, and how are they recruited? How are these people recruited? So one, So at first they help their victims to succeed in life. They are given money, they are also promised successes or success. So they are told that they will be protected from failure. They are told that they are not like other they are told that these groups are not like other religious groups or societies. They are special groups. So, and they are warned never to tell anyone. So the moment they have joined these groups, so they are given strict warnings and never to tell anybody that they belong to those groups, never to disclose what those groups. So they are told never to tell their parents, not even pastors, not even teachers, not even their close friends. So then let us now look at the effects of joining the cults and the occults. What are the effects? So we have now seen the reasons why the young people join the cults and occults, even young people, even old people. But then after they have now joined these groups. So what becomes of them? What now are the effects of joining these groups? So one, let us look at the psychological effects. So one, there is fear and paranoia. So paranoia is where somebody is always becomes very suspicious of his friends, of his family, and they are always afraid that they are likely to talk about them. So they live in fear and paranoia, anxiety and depression, loss of independent thinking. They cannot think; somebody else has to think on their behalf. So then emotional manipulation and trauma and nightmares. So these are the psychological effects. So what about social effects? So they lead to broken homes, relationships, loss of friends, isolation, inability to trust others. These are social effects. And what are academic and career effects? So we learned that the result is poor academic performance, dropping out of school or college, criminal activities leading to arrests and conviction in a court of law, whereby these people end up in jail, destroyed career prospects. These are academic and career effects. So what about moral and spiritual effects? So there is loss of moral values, exposure to violence and sexual abuse, so blood rituals and harmful practices, and the spiritual bondage and the guilt. These are moral and spiritual effects. So what about physical effects? So with physical effects, so they lead to substance abuse or injuries from rituals, poor health, and in extreme cases, it may also lead to death. So let us now ask ourselves why leaving these groups is very difficult. So it is usually very difficult to quit or to leave these groups. One, fear of curses or punishment. So threats from family members, psychological dependence, shame and secrecy, oaths and rituals, among others. So take note that former members require counseling and spiritual support in order to recover. How can young people protect themselves from these groups? So let us look at practical steps that you can use. One, so questioning groups that demand secrecy. Avoiding quick success promises. 3, talk openly or talking openly with parents or counselors or spiritual leaders. 4, building strong values and self-esteem. 5, choosing friends wisely. Then 6, being controlled or controlling oneself from online issues like these groups or from suspicious groups, and then trusting their instincts. So if it feels wrong. It probably is. Let us now ask ourselves, what should be done if a friend is involved? If you find your friend is involved in one of these groups, either a cult or he is in occult. So do not panic and do not confront aggressively. Instead, seek help from counselors, or that is a professional counselor, or a spiritual leader like a pastor. And sometimes if it is the case of a young person, so you can also seek advice from parents. So take note that early help saves lives. So in conclusion, so I have a word for the youth, or a word to the youth. So you are valuable. You are not useless. You do not need secret groups to succeed, because there is no shortcut to a meaningful life. So true success comes from hard work, integrity, faith, supportive relationships, wise choices. So do not trade your future. Do not trade your future for secrecy, fear, false promises, or false promises. So when a group tells you to cut off your family, silence your questions, and surrender your freedom, walk away. Your life is too precious. So may God bless you. May He keep you away from these very evil and strange and scary groups. Thank you.